Good morning to all of you. Today we have an eminent personality, Professor K. Thamizmaran sir. He's a senior professor from Department of Electronics and Communication, Government College of Engineering, Bodhi, Tamil Nadu. A very warm welcome to you, sir, in this webinar. I would like to give
Thank
you
you.
some short introductions about sir. Sir has specializations in managed network and security. Sir has published 165 research publication in national and international journal. Sir has published 8 books and has received 8 awards from national and international bodies. Sir has served and invited as a guest in various colleges in Tamil Nadu as well as in the country. So I request Thamizmaran sir for that knowledge. Yes, sir. You can start, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Nice introduction. First of all, I thank the estimated for University from Gujarat, and also I thank the authorities from Harvard University, and also a coordinator, moderator from Harvard University. My dear lovable student from Harvard University, one and all, I thank and I start one of the see every student, every faculty know this the key points of research writing and the article and also report. So so today we discuss so the 1 hour not enough. So when I complete this topic, so first in a student point of view, you know what is a research. This concerns this session we discussed. First, research. This word you academic is research. So already having all the word A said. Research means the already explained ideas, already having some topics, just to implement your own idea, own technique to overcome the existing problem, and also produce a new output, new performance. That is research. And they come out existing and also proposed. We're already existing published work and also your new idea to convert using the mathematical simulation and a practical world. There are different type of research. First one is theoretical. You know the steps and the ideas. The second was mathematically proved. That means the mathematically 100% proved your idea compared to the existing. And also next one is simulation. In simulation, all the parameters are the assumption. That next one is very, very difficult. That is practical. Simulation, theoretical is no problem. But you apply the particle oriented, you know your laboratories oriented. You apply the practical, you get the result is minimum because of so many drawbacks in the equipment, environment, situation, depends upon the cost, depends upon the natural issues. There are so many drawbacks you have in the that means the internal propagation losses from components having the more drawbacks to degrade your output. So, in practical implementation, the best output is the best research. That is a good research. For example, on mobile. For example, mobile. How to buy a new mobile based on depend some best quality. You want to purchase on mobile. You having some parameter. You want to list some parameter like camera quality, pixels, sound quality, video quality, audio quality, storage quality, RAM, ROM, and also main size of the components then brand name. The finally very important one, cost, based on cost. Those overall the points you satisfied, you'll buy one mobile. That is a good mobile. So you want to buy one good mobile, you having some points means you go to your research print, you satisfy all the points. That means cost wise, environment wise, society wise, manufacturing wise, availability of components, availability of the experts, availability of the sources. You just and also demand, profit, just your, all the points. You're satisfied about all the points. Your research is good because of the society implementation. That is a good research. So all are know what is research, what is good research. Next, know the research and good research. Okay, next that's a article writing. What is article writing? Article means the implementation your idea. The implementation idea and also depends on and comparison existing article, existing research idea. How to overcome, that is your proposed design. To implement your proposed design, come out to existing and what is the your performance? Either low or high, no problem. Once you implement it, you get a result of performance, that is the output based on your output. If you, false means no problem. You don't follow this way. To achieve the best performance, you follow this way. That is the research. So before you know the ever result means that is not research, not a good research. First you prepare objective, that means literature. You surveyed so many existing papers, existing referred articles, existing so many research gaps, and also advantage drawbacks. So you apply your own idea. You just a simulation based or theoretical, mathematical, or practical, no problem. Anyone you play, just come with the existing proposed design, you get the output performance based on true or false. False means don't follow. True means you follow this way, you achieve the best output. That is a article writing. That is a good essay. Yes, right. See, in research algorithm based on some publication channels, based on journals, books, or technical reports, conference proceedings, on magazines, based on websites, on the social media. You can more channels. Depends on printed, online, or CD. That's a printed in very quality. That is a very impact. Next, you identify the right journal. You identify the right journal based on the international standard serial number, that is published in Paris. And so recognized so many, the National Institute of Science Communication and Information Source from New Delhi. Having the more, that is the Minister of Broadcasting, the editorial board depends upon the index and the abstracting, citation of the journal, citation of author, and also very important impact factor. You follow, you identify these all points, you identify the best quality journal, and also what is the importance of author. Just to select the national, international, or local journal, and also reputation of the journal's impact and the calculation based on the rejection, the objection, acceptance and the rejection rate, and speed of the handling. That means so many journals have the long period. I also published some essay journal, published 200 I think near 3 years the publication time and the quality of the printing, the cost rates based on the free journal or cost. Now having so many quality journals having a cost on unpaid journals and the benefit of the publication, then society based and also competence induction essay or ESA, so many induction scopus and uses covered, then impact factor. Is all are guardian for the author. Then only you publish the best journal, best your research article to best journal. This is your research article. The steps first you start from here. You just to submit your paper. So once you submit your paper, the team, that means the editorial team, just analyze your paper having basic requirements. That means plagiarism, the quality of your paper, then features and reference, problem identification, and the comparison existing and proposed. You also mentioned your reference. Check your reference. This reference having this idea. So many requirements. First to check if not having this requirement, simply your paper rejected. If you all the requirements is good means go means assign a reviewer. So up to now, editor office by the recommend. Once you go to the next step, that means assign a reviewer. Then review your documents. Assign 2 or 3 reviewers. The repeated journal having 3 reviewers. The repeat this reviewer just analyze your paper and identify the what is the problem, what is the research gap, what is the design, what is the mathematical equation, reference cited or not. The everything reviewer review all and send to editor office. The editor office simply collect the recommendation from all the reviews, rejected, accepted, or revision, minor revision or major revision. Simply collect from all the reviewers, then make the decision. All the reviewers simply about rejection, simply the editor paper sent to rejected. Otherwise, 2 points. The first one need revision, that is major revision or minor revision. Then all of what is good means simply accepted. Revision means sent to again author. Author once the reviewer recommend points satisfied, then you submit once again. Once again asking the reverse recommendation and the collect recommendation. Again a division means send, otherwise accepted. The first step you ask the reverse means again reviewer revision, major revision or minor revision sent to same reviewers. The finally your paper accepted or revision. Only 2 points. So rejected means before revision your paper is rejected. Next, some key questions for others. What is the first? Reliability and originality. The trust authors, very, very important. Then applicability, then that means your key questions, your paper is good or not, quality or not, based on originality. And your work, your design is your work or just copied. And also your result and simulation output, practical output is original or not. See, everything is very, very important for reverse. Simply ask for authors. Next, one very that's why these reasons you go your own revision. we use some friends, one of my friends or colleges, your well wishers. Just give us simply you need your recommendation or advice. Just submit your well wishers, teaching faculty or friends, everyone. So every person simply go through a paper having some drawback, some correction. So not one hour, use 10 times. You again you study your papers. Yeah, you just structure your papers. You study more times. Your paper is quality will be increased. Your paper quality will be improved based on your own review. And also check the proof for your just to show this output need the justification. What output need justification. That means the proof. And also check the spellings. Next, that's a type of journal. State that is local, then be reviewed. Be reviewed based on the print, online, or open access. The print is very high quality. This next one is online. The open access is based on the money. Then society is sponsored. And so last week, the Live DNA, the research society is sponsored me for one of the international journal in Dubai. I also presented the best paper last week. And also based on the commission articles journal. Next, types of the scientific writing, research writing, the review article, research report, research report based on the funding agency, and also the patents. Uh, Patents very important. Now also, so many faculties published more patents based on then the discussion of the thesis. So next, the global way of publication science and engineering. Yeah, that means approximately 30,000 journals published regularly. That's the articles. And also based on the abstract that is ISI or Scopus Web of Science more. And the total number of paper published in all exist of 4 million. The whole 50% never cited. Why? Because your paper not quality, not referred journal, not quality based on the ideas and output reference. This if you need more citation, you increase the quality of your paper. Next, the number of journals published in the different field, based on yesterday night 2 o'clock I prepared this PPT. Yesterday night 2 o'clock status. This field that is all the aromatics and cytostatic. The number of journals 21,927, and also biochemistry, life science, based on the engineering, the clinical, arts and community, and agriculture field. The chemistry citation index, biotechnology citation index, biological, so many journals having. It's a very minimum is biochemistry and biographical. That is 811. There's this citation. If you call your citation, you need all the field. Okay, next on the global of publication side, hard facts. Over 50% of research paper receive no citation. If you receive the more citation, your paper, your article is good based on citation. If you publish at 100 papers, 50 papers receive no citation. There is no quality. The based on 90% data guidance through the kernels list only, based on the kernels. And also only 5% open the journal review through the title. Less than 2% of 100 read the abstract and the introduction. Less than 1% read the rest of the paper. The full papers, 1% only study. So how important citation? The first person I was published a couple of years ago in a club journal and nobody is citation me. The second person also same. In meta journals, I will got strongly more citations than accepted. Third person I was published recently in a good journal, citation at expected, except, sorry. I was published recently in good journal and I am getting the lot of citation. The based on the fourth person, simply citation. Citation also based on the quality of your paper, quality of your idea, quality of your conclusion, quality of your outcomes, and also literatures are very, very modern fundamentals. If you want to write the research article, must you study the 50 to 100 based on your topic, the research article, then only you get the fundamental ideas, then only you produce the good research article, you also get the lot of citations. So next, the citation measured on this best Hutch index, G index, and the I10 index, and also measured on advantage and the drawbacks. So what are the impact factor of journal? Impact factor means simply the previous 2 years or 5 years number of the published journals, number of received, number of acceptance, number of rejection, number of revision in the last 2 years based on your quality of papers. That is the impact factor of journal. If you receive 1,000 papers, if you published only 500 papers, that means your quality of journal is high. Because if you receive all the papers, you simply publish now, your journal is not quality. That is the money-based journal, not quality journal, not quality article, not more citations. See, in a given year, in the average number of citations, this is paper published in the journal during the last two preceding years, the last 2 years. If this year citation is 3, for example, the impact factor 3 in the year of 2021. The paper published in 2019 and 20, you receive 3 citations for each and average. The last 2 years, 19 and 20 only based on your 2021 impact factor. And it's a calculation. See, in 2021 impact factor of the journal, we calculate the follows. That is the A and B. The number of time article published in 2019 and 21 were cited by the index journal during the 21. And also B, total number of the cited items published by the journal in the year of 19 and 20 cited usually. Then 2021 impact factor of A by B. Then calculation. I would like to pursue time period, condition time period, and the possible to calculate the NA disrupt period of 2 or 3. Someone is a 5 also. And also journal citation by JC or report also include 5 years, every 5 years based on the impact factor. It is used to compare the different journal within the Canadian field. Sorry, next based on the very important Hutch index, I10 and G index. The Hutch index published in San Francisco in the year of 2005. Simply, the Hutch index tell me how many paper you publish, how many papers cited in more than 20. If you publish 25, and you cited to 25 means that is very quality papers. very quality outcome. That is a Hodge index, calculated by the leading Scopus, Web of Science, and is a Google Scholar. But only those papers within the database, not all the paper in the database. The very referred journal quality article only based on the database. And also the it's called a first and the calculate you go to the just you follow this citation, get the more information. Yes, a very quality and alternative, the more traditional journals, only Hutch index. And also G index is a next one. This one implemented in 2006. And G index also highly cited articles, and also second one is average of the articles. Published 10 articles. First article is cited 25. Second article is 30. Third article no citation. The fourth article is 20. Then you just average all the citation or the published paper. The next one, I-10, is a very important. I-10 next is indicated the number of academic publication and author having the writing that you have the list 10 citation. If you publish 25 papers, the minimum 10 citation. If you publish 25, if you, 10 papers only, or 5 papers only, the minimum citation is 10 minutes. Your written index is 10, not not average. Minimum 10. The advantage of item index very simple and straightforward to calculate. You publish at 25, 5 papers only or simply 10 means 10 citation, that is advantage, that is number. Next, my citation based on the Google Scholar used the referred free and easy figures. This advantage of then used only in Google Scholar. Next, very important, plagiarism. Your paper quality first step is plagiarism. Your plagiarism is more means simply a paper rejected. So only your own writing, your own style, your own balanced format only written, plagiarism will be low. That's only the referred journal accepted. Otherwise, simply rejected. Next one, based on the citation scopus and the pop science. The pop science also needs this three: the SCA, SSCA, and also AHCA. The science citation index and the solution citation and the arts and the humanities citation index. The first one is also coverage of the current information on the last night up to the reproduced data from 9,570 and also average 90,000 new records per day, and also include approximately 4 lakh for 23 new cited reference for the geographic cited in 4 lakh 23 new cited. The second one, sources and citation index coverage are also from 1956 to last night more than 3,543, and also average records for per week 2,900, and also approximately 60,000 new cited reference per week. The last one is arts and humanities citation index coverage, and also 12% from start from 1975 last night, not now, last night. Number of journals 1,852, and also more than records in 4.9 million. Also include approximately 33.1 million reference data from 1975 to till date. Last right. So up to now, discuss more about the research on how to write, what is the need for author, what is the need for editorial, and what is the need for the referred journal, and is type of printer, then online, local journal, and the unpaid and the paid journal, the impact factor and the index. Like everything we discussed in the before all slides. Now, how to write a research thesis, that is a report. The both are same. That one based on the quality. This one is simply research thesis. Once you complete your project, then you form your thesis. Uh, when you start your project, if you start project now means you today onwards you start step by step report writing. Don't go last minute. Last minute simply just copy it and write submit that. That is not quality thesis. When you start project, today you start project, no? Today you continue to write your thesis. So every day, no problem, 10 lines. That is a quality report. If you start it today, na, they will come your project. The 3 to 4 months also you reported thesis also completed. That is a quality thesis completed. So types of the research report based on the theoretical, that is a decision-based report, and the literature background, survey-based report, then algorithm-based report. Which report, which project you want to do based on the report writing. Next, the research report based on the need these points, that is the cover page, abstract, introduction, review of literature, that means a background, then methods. Method means proposed ideas, design. Before methods, is must you need a literature survey, that is a background work, and identify advantage, drawback, and the research gap. When you find the research gap, drawback, that means a problem identification. Once you find your list problem identification, then only you decide your proposed work. That is a methodology methods. Once you form the methods, then apply your project. Find the existing and proposed work, use of hardware or software. Thomas, utilization, conclusion. Then very important reference. That's why I told if you take out 10 papers or you choose any one paper, if you continue your project based on that paper means just you download all the reference of the base paper. Then you just you write 4 to 5 lines every paper. What is the concept of this paper? That is the methodology. What software? What is the advantage? What is the drawback? What is the feature? Every research article, every research article, you need this. You get this information. That is a literature survey. The after you just surveyed all the 40 papers, all the 10 papers, simply write problem identification. That is the problem definition. I received this is the research. For example, misbehavior attack, security, energy, drawbacks, delay. This is drawbacks for existing research. So I want to implement one of the design to overcome the any one problem, security based problem. I want to overcome this problem to use my purpose word. That is the problem identification. Once you found the problem identification, 75% of your research article will report writing work is over. Then one is simple implementation, then discussion, then feature work, then a reference. Who help your college, your higher authorities, your friends, other faculties, well wishers. That means laboratories. Your report download some site in ISRO, some is and also biographical. Then appendix. Appendix means that is a full form. If you if you write the ISI, International Standard Organization, ISO, International, that means mandate mobile order for what is MBA, what is BE, that is in a full. Every appendix you need to write. Don't miss. That is the quality of your paper. If you write it, there's 11 to 12 points. Your report is best. First, this is the thesis organization, thesis structure. First, introduction, then literature with the base, that is the background. Then your designs, one or two designs times 10 minutes. That means designs. Not only one idea, having the three or more ideas. This is my thesis, my doctorate thesis work. I have more research gaps, more ideas. In this thesis, I applied three designs. One based on the security, second one based on the energy and security, the third one based on the energy security and also delay. The fourth one energy security delay and also this uptops all the environments. That is changing the parameters. I also achieved best performance and also increased the outcomes for all the work. My doctoral thesis also I found well written. The minimum plagiarism and my thesis my thesis also get more referred and also minimum plagiarism is very minimum plagiarism because from the start to end, start from the introduction to last appendix, my own writing, my own word, own writing. That's why no plagiarism. You just copied means simply plagiarism. And also, I published more scopus essay journals, referred journals, and also published more international conference from India, Turkey, German, USA, EVAE, and also more countries published more research article based on this thesis. So this is my one of leading research work in Journal of Internet Science, International Journal of Mobile Network Design and Innovation, published in 2017. This work published more than 2 years, 1 month, nearly 3 years published these papers because of more questions. Receive more questions. If you receive the more questions from others, your quality of your work also improved. Very important title, title of research article or thesis. And very important that is that's the department, your institution name, your email ID, your name, surname, citation. It's a very important for upgrading your research or for the further. And also very important abstract and summary writing. The very crisp manner you write your abstract. Just you see this abstract. Very important. The first line I just explained my area. The second line area drawbacks. The third line fully area drawback. The fourth line existing paper drawbacks. That is research gap. Fourth line my proposed work. Fifth line that is a how to I compare, how to I overcome the how to use the simulator or harder. The fifth one, what parameter to compare the existing and proposed output. Very simple. This is a abstract. You write a crisp manner. No need a more. Very crisp manner. You abstract simply accepted. Then also keywords. Keywords also, minimum keywords, 4 to 5 keywords also get them. That keyword very important for your research article or research report. If you miss that keyword, your report are not, that is meaningless. Very important for keywords. Next also introduction. Introduction also, that is a explanation of your area. That's a more crisp or more crisp idea for mm, your area. And also problem identification. The before problem identification is just the survey more research article. That is the background of research survey. I'm also referred 850, 853 article, referred article. I surveyed my doctoral degree. I identified one paper, then just I checked the reference of the base paper, and also I reference by base paper my reference, base first base paper reference, then reference base paper. You go next step, then only you get more knowledge. Then only you write quality research article, quality research. Then if you surveyed more backgrounds, then you go to problem identification. See, finally, see, further there is need a reduce energy consumption through the period of key exchange. In this technical paper aims to provide a unbreakable route for secure transition. So I propose this secure algorithm and also compare this is existing and proposed. Existing also my work. This is the problem integration. Just what is what? That one is. Next, report writing the methodology. This background work need 50 to 75 articles. Then only your thesis is very quality and also methodology. Then proposed design. You design your own proposed suggested work and also hardware or software you select. Based on hardware, more cost, software freely available or money based buying, cloud version, whatever. Then finally output. Yeah, if get your output, achieve your output, just go to the conclusion. Conclusion and abstract is very different. Don't write the same words. Conclusion means what is your output. Abstract means what is existing, how to control, how to work my work. That is conclusion discussion means because my work is better compared to existing. due to evidence of this parameters using this software, and also very important feature works. Once you complete your summary, then go to feature work, because your output is true or false. If true means if you want to uh, apply this my proposed work to the following topics, following works I want to plan the future. Otherwise, if outcome is false means simply don't follow this work. Just conclude. And also very important reference. Reference means you take the citation paper, and also based on the journals, based on topic, based on author. This is very important. That's only you get a quality thesis report on the article citation. Finally, very important, plagiarism. And also I explain the plagiarism for article rating. Here also very important for plagiarism. How to avoid the plagiarism? So after you return your research report, just avoid your plagiarism. Already told your own writing. When you start the project, uh, that day also you write the report for uh, on 10 lines per day, 10 lines enough. So must your students, you simply avoid your plagiarism. That's why I get a very low plagiarism because of fully my own writing, and also original is based on the existing your output objective based on best paper, then you check. And also most knowledge is don't copy. Just I give some idea na, you present your own way. I will also refer to more genres, more speaker, but I am delivering my own presentation, not copy. My own presentation. So you follow this simple avoid the plagiarism. This is a very simple method avoid the plagiarism. So if you want to write the research article, and also you want to do project, you want to write a thesis, I'm help you. I'm also helping the last 12 years my students freely. If you want any help, simply contact me. I help you. Because this is a professional ethics. I have knowledge. You want to, you must you learn. Not for me, other professors, other ideas, whatever. So identified is good stuff, good knowledge means simply you go on the approach, and you get more knowledge. Thank you very much. First, I thank Mr. Yabakonita and authorities from Paul University, Gujarat, and thanks to my dear students. Nice cooperation. See any questions? Please ask.
Yeah, if anyone have any questions, so you can ask the sir. Okay, I think there is a no
Thank
question.
you, dear friends. And also, this is my contact number and mail ID. If you want, anytime you contact me. This is also my WhatsApp number. I want to help anytime, any field. Research, report writing, thesis writing is common to all branch. Not is different field. This is common for all branch, all field. I am ready to help. Thank you very much. Dear sir, thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir, for spending the quality time with us in our webinar series from Padul University. We are thankful to you for this kind of
Thank,
knowledge you have shared with us and for Padul University students. So thank you so much, sir, for your quality time, your knowledge, whatever you have shared with us. And I personally thank you also because I also learned so many things about the research article, about the process, what you have discussed. So thank you so much, sir. From my bottom of the heart,
thank you,
behalf of
sir.
Padul University, Faculty of Commerce, and behalf of Padul University webinar cell, we are thankful to you for your time and
Thank you, sir.
thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Just share my contact to all
Yeah,
students. If you
sure.
have any doubt, contact.
No problem, sir. We'll share your contact details with our all the students.
And also share my PPT to all. No problem.
Okay, no problem, sir. We'll do it.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. So we can end our webinar over here. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So thank you so much, Professor K. Thamizmaran. You have shared a wonderful knowledge with our students regarding the H index and all, and it will be really helpful to our faculties also because some of the faculties have joined your webinar, and I think they have gained some knowledge regarding the research report writing and publication. So on behalf of this, I'm very much thankful to you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay, so we are ending our session here, our webinar here. Okay, so thank you so much.
Thank
Sir,
you.
you can leave now. Yes.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you for your time.